a weepy girl who conquered the world of cinema, a sensitive woman who stole Spider-Man's heart. Today, in our Hero's Journey episode, we'll talk about the exciting story of Emma Stone. She grew up in a middle-class family in the state of Arizona, the daughter of Krista Jean Stone, a homemaker, and Jeffrey Charles Stone, founder and a CEO of a human resources company. Emily Jean Stone was born on November 6, 1988, and from a young age dreamed of pursuing an artistic career. Emma began acting at the age of 4. She initially wanted a career in comedy sketching, but shifted her focus to musical theater and took voice lessons for several years. Her acting debut came at 11 years old when she performed at the Valley Youth Theater in Phoenix, starring in the play The Wind in the Willows. As a teenager, Stone attended a Catholic school for girls but dropped out after a semester to become an actress. At 15, she decided she needed to move to Los Angeles to have a better chance of realizing her dreams. However, this change would only be possible if her parents were convinced that it was a good idea. So she prepared and put a lot of effort into creating a PowerPoint presentation titled Project Hollywood to show them. And her effort paid off so well that she was successful and left Arizona for good. Now, with her parents' permission, she left school for good and moved with her mother to the land of the cinema. There she completed her studies at home while auditioning for film and television. That's right, even without guarantees of receiving a good opportunity, the actress was homeschooled for 2 years while she delved deeper into her art. She shared in interviews some memories of that time. "I've been on every Disney Channel show and auditioned to play the daughter in every sitcom. However, I didn't get it." Between auditions for roles, she continued her online high school classes and worked part-time in a dog bakery. In 2004, at 16, she got her first TV opportunity with the reality show In Search of the Partridge Family. After that, she made small appearances in series such as Medium, Zack and Cody's Sweet Life on Deck, Malcolm in the Middle, and Drive. A fact few people know is that when Stone registered with the Screen Actors Guild, the name Emily Stone was already being used. She initially chose Riley Stone, but after guest starring on the NBC drama Medium, she decided she was more comfortable calling herself Emma. Therefore, she chose to use Emma in homage to Emma Button of the Spice Girls.
Like, Emma is much closer to Emily than Riley is. So
how long
I've been
were
Emma
you-
ever since, but you guys are always welcome to call me Emily because that is, in fact, my name.
Right after that, our hero had a sad sequence of hard defeats in her career. First, she made her television debut as Laurie Partridge on the talent competition reality show titled The New Partridge Family, but the reality show remained only as a pilot program without being sold. Soon after, she auditioned to star as Claire Bennett in the NBC science fiction drama Hero, but didn't get the part and later considered that experience her rock bottom. Finally, in April 2007, she played Violet Trimble in the Fox action drama Drive, but the program was cancelled after 7 episodes. But that was not our hero's choice. My God, she was persistent. Thanks to her determination, by the end of that year, she had her first opportunity in the cinemas with the comedy Superbad when she set aside her natural blonde to adopt red hair once and for all. She played a popular schoolgirl named Jules and was highly praised by the audience in this role. With a budget of $20 million, Superbad grossed close to $170 million worldwide, serving as a springboard for the careers of several people involved with the film, including Emma.
Maybe.
In the following years, Stone remained connected to the humor universe through The House Bunny, The Rocker, and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past, but always in roles of little prominence. The scenario changed in 2009 when she played the leading lady in Zombieland. Right after she won her first starring role in Easy A, another box office success, grossing over $70 million. She also made a small appearance in Friends with Benefits alongside Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis, and was the object of Ryan Gosling's desire in Crazy Stupid Love. It's worth mentioning that despite the couple declaring that there is strong chemistry between them, they never had any romance outside of the studios.
Fuck! Seriously? It's like you're photoshopping
shocked.
However, there was a curious incident involving both of them behind the scenes of this film in 2011. During a dance scene, the actress had a nervous breakdown while filming. Emma told that when she was about 7 years old, she was in a gymnastics class on the parallel bar, about 6 feet off the ground, and the teacher was holding her by the ankles. Somehow, she let go of Emma, who fell nearly 6 feet to the ground and broke both arms at the same time. This trauma, which had been buried for so many years, unfortunately surfaced during rehearsal. In an interview, she said,
I know that we're going to do the Dirty Dancing lift. I don't know, however, that I have an internalized phobia of being, lifted over someone's head at the height of about 6 feet.
For Ryan Gosling, the actress's reaction was also memorable.
I've never had this happen, but I imagine if a possum fell out of a tree instead of trying to scratch your eyes out, it would be something similar.
And if you want to know more about the life of our heartthrob, feel free to listen to his curious story here on Hero's Journey. But back to the trajectory of our beloved Emma Stone. Her first opportunity in the field of drama didn't take long and came in great style with The Help, co-starring Viola Davis, Jessica Chastain, and Octavia Spencer. Stone became a kind of new America's sweetheart, not only gaining prestige but also prominent roles, such as Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man movie was a commercial success and was the 7th highest grossing film of 2012. It's no Spider-Man 2, but, it's an okay movie. That's why at the annual People's Choice Awards ceremony, she was nominated for 3 awards, including Favorite Movie Actress. Later that year, Stone took on a role at the crime-based video game Sleeping Dogs, which earned her a Spike Video Game Award for Best Performance by a Human Female. Due to her work, Stone had to move from Los Angeles to New York in 2009. But in 2016, she returned to LA. She still lives there today and has even bought 2 mansions in the city's metropolitan area. Despite the frequent media coverage, the actress refuses to talk about her private life. Keen on living more low profile, she said she finds little value in media attention. She has cited Diane Keaton as an influence, whom she considers one of the most low profile actresses of all time. Our hero shows that despite all the wealth that she's built over the years, she stays humble and grounded, not getting swept away by her success. She also had notable roles in the films like Battle of the Sexes, Aloha, Irrational Man, and obviously, La La Land. We're big fans of La La Land here, as you can tell. In 2018, she starred the dark comedy series Maniac, and more recently, in 2023, she produced and starred in the film Poor Things, for which she won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Comedy or Musical, and was nominated for the BAFTA and Oscar for Best Actress. What stands out through her talent and determination is how versatile she is, and how she's managed to explore various segments of the artistic career to earn her place. But she also has a fragile health. She had problems with excessive crying as a baby, which made her voice rougher. Consequently, she developed nodules and calluses on her vocal cords. She described herself as a loud and bossy little girl in her early years. She also suffered from panic attacks as a child, which she says caused a decline in her social skills. She underwent therapy but claims that her participation in local theater plays helped cure the attacks. In an interview, she detailed a bit more.
I was at a friend's house, I was over at a friend's house, and all of a sudden, I was absolutely convinced the house was on fire and it was burning down. I was just sitting in her bedroom, and obviously the house wasn't on fire, but there was nothing in me that didn't think we were going to die. And so, I called my mom, and I was just, it was panic, but I of course didn't know that. And she came and picked me up, and then it just kept going for the next 2 years.
The connection between Emma and her mother is very beautiful and deep. For instance, in 2008, her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, but recovered and was cured of the disease that same year. They celebrated by getting bird tattoos on their feet, a reference to the Beatles song Blackbird, which is a song written by Paul McCartney that she and her mother love and sang together. By the way, if you want to know more about this life story of Sir Paul McCartney, we have an episode about him here on our channel. Come on there, click the link. Click the link. So, did you already know all these episodes from Emma Stone's journey? If you like the content, please leave a like to support our work. And if you want to continue learning about the journey of other heroes, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every 2 days. Bye bye.